Hello YouTube! Welcome once again to the Turbo series, and the subathon is still rolling. Want to come support this? Join us at twitch.tv/MKxJUMP to catch me live 24/7. Anyway, enough about that. Today we've got Patricia and her friends as always, but we're going to be doing something a little bit different. We're going to be going in and doing the Void Vortex. We haven't done this in a while, and I want to see just how far we get. We're up to about Void Corruption 90 something in the Realms Gate 2, so we get some nearly Void Corruption 100 content coming in. But no, we're here on Dominator 6 in the Void Vortex. Pushing this up through to Overseer will be a heck of a lot of fun. And I think Patricia might actually be able to do a pretty decent job here. She does well against teams of 6 opponents, because the more people getting hit, the more poking out she's doing. She's got lots of ways of crowd controlling opponents, and we've got 3 giant killer heroes that all do a bit of poke damage, so we should slowly whittle away at our opponents. And those annoying, pesky Garudas that we face, you might find we can get some crowd control on them. Now, there is one thing we can do before we get started, and that's the Compass of Transcendence. We have 4.8 million crystals. That's right, we've managed to almost save up for enough. What we're going to do here is go ahead and open 30 cores. That's going to take us to 5 million, and we're going to build ourselves another Transcendence hero. So let's go do this. Let's pop these open, see if we can get anything spicy from here. We get our HomeXJUMP, we get a Transcending Sphere. Let's see if we can get ourselves an Elena copy. That'd be really nice. We haven't managed to get one yet. We haven't got one at all. Oh well, we'll just have to get one from the bag. Either way, that takes us to 5 million crystals, which is enough to build a Transcendence hero. So, go to the bag, and let's go and turn those spheres we've just managed to get into crystals if I can find them. Where the heck are they? Ah, they're up there. So let's turn these spheres into stellar shards. Very nice. That takes me to 8.2. Excellent. And now we're going to build ourselves an Elena. Now, in the case of Elena, we're going to need 3 copies from this 9-star. That's 4, 5, and 6 with those ones in the bag. We don't have any shards, so I need 3 more Elena copies. That will not be hard to do. We have these Transcendence chests where we can pop them from. So that's 3 more Elenas on the account. Easy peasy. So let's go summon them and add them to our roster. Fantastic. We also need some 9-star heroes. We've got this one here. We've got some 10 stars chilling as well. And I'm pretty confident if I unfilter from Dark, we might even have more. Yeah, there's another 2 10 stars there. That's fantastic. So what we're going to do, let's level up this Elena, get her built. First thing we'll need is a 6-star in the Dark faction, which we'll have to build ourselves. Looking through, I've got, wow, a lot of Dasmogs. 1, 2, and then our 4 here will go with these Dasmogs, a Mim, and we've got that fodder guy there, and that's a 6-star Dasmog. So we'll back out, hit up Elena, and we should be able to make her into a 10-star hero. No problem. So we'll put these food heroes there, put in a 9-star puppet, and that's going to take us to 10-star on Elena. And that's going to eat away some of our promotion stones, but we do have plenty still. So let's get this Elena leveled up then. So we need a 9-star hero to put in. So we're going to grab this Sigmund, and we're going to put in one of our Elena copies, and that's going to get us E1. And then we need another 9-star in here. That should be easy to do. We're just going to grab this Rosa, and we'll put in an Elena copy, and that's going to be E2. So E3, 4, and 5 will need 10 stars this time round. Good thing we've got a load of puppets. As you can see, plenty there. So that's going to get this Elena very nicely leveled up. And I wonder if we've got enough stellar shards to increase her in the Tree of Origin, because I know we should be able to get her up nicely. And I know actually for an Elena, you don't really need that many upgrades. But of course, getting her up in the tree would be nice, as it will help us push out further progress, which I am absolutely not against doing. Progress is always good fun. Right, we've got this King Barton. We can use him as food. That's absolutely fine. And we need 3 more 10 stars to help us get this Elena to Void 4. So that means I need to immediately double check my food situation. So checking the bag, we do have 6-star puppets lying around. So I'll get 1 or maybe even 2 for the Shadow faction. And then I have 1 here for Forest, but do I have a hero to level up in the Forest? I do have this Freya, but I'm probably going to make her a Transcendence hero at some point in the future. So let's look elsewhere. We probably should look at getting these guys leveled up. So we'll go with the Gustin. We'll put 2 Gustin copies in there. We'll put ourselves a 6-star dummy, and then we'll add a 9-star. We'll just go with this OD, Awaken. That's a 10-star Gustin. Nice. Do the same thing here with Walter. Put in 2 Walter copies, put in a 6-star. Now we need another 9-star. Let's go with the Adam we have, and that's a 10-star Walter. Perfect. So back to Elena. Let's go feed those 2 10 stars in. So there's the Walter, getting us up to Void 2. And then we'll add the Gustin, and that's going to take us to Void 3. So now we just need 1 more 10-star for Void 4. looking at our hero situation, we definitely have the 9 stars for this, so I just need to build a 6-star hero in the Abyss faction. So if we go to the Fortune Ruins, hit up our Abyss heroes, and we should be able to build one of these at least. Let's go with the Dantalion. Fodder heroes go in there. Excellent. And that means if I go to our 10-star heroes we can make, we should be able to build a 10-star Nakia using 2 Nakia copies, 6-star Dantalion, and the 9-star Dantalion we have here. And there you go, 10-star Nakia. And that's going to be a void for Elena. Alright, let's go put Elena into the evolution cube. And that's going to be a Transcendence hero for us. Absolutely fantastic. So let's go to our Elena. Let's level her up to 350. It's going to use some gold and some spirit, but we're still totally fine on that stuff. And I'd love to go ahead and improve her tree of origin. But there's a few things holding us back here. First one's going to be food, as we will need to get some 10-star heroes in as fodder. That's not impossible to do, though. If I take a look real quick, how's our promotion stones looking? 40,000. Okay, yeah, that is going to be really, really tricky. How many promotion stones does it take to build a 10-star hero? Let's take a look. 22,000. How much to build a 9-star? 12,000. Okay. No, we can only build one 10-star here. In that case, we're not going to be putting any Tree of Origin onto Elena at all today. So let's take our Priest Armor off of our Ignis. She can keep her Splendid Demon Bell, though. That's absolutely fine. And we're going to go to the Blacksmith. And let's go to the Greatest Wealthing. And let's resonate this up to an upgraded set. So we put our 6-star armor here. Get that 5,000 gems, 200 million gold. And that means we have a full Priest set. Now I'm going to go to the Hero Resonant. And I'm going to resonate this for Elena. And there we go. 8% extra HP. So that's a full resonance set now we can stick onto Elena. Very good. Now our stones. Oh boy. We have no dust. We are dustless. That's dreadful. At least our monthly events have reset, which is good. So we can get some dust from there, but it's still not going to be a lot of dust. We'll quickly just smash through the broken spaces. We're not going to struggle against any of this because our team is insane. So we should be able to do 1-taps on all of these things. In fact, pretty confident with a few upgrades, we should have a perfect lineup. Let's go adjust that real quick. We'll just go to PvE boss. What's missing here? Okay, it's just artifacts. So you can have a crown on Olivia. Drake can have a crown, I suppose. And then we'll give Heartwatch a lucky candy bar. And that way she'll do somewhat well. So let's equip Natalia's core. And then activate her core, because that's going to increase damage. And that should be what we need. So let's go smash through some of these real quick. We should be completely fine. There's a smash. Number 3, that's going to be Margaret's. That's a smash there too. Stage 4 is Gru. Smash to pieces. Fantastic. And I would say that this is a test, but it's not any level of treasure train that we have here. I mean, we could probably kill this using ridiculously useless heroes. I mean, I could probably beat the whole thing with a solo Horus. Who knows? Anyway, stage 7 here, that's going to be the Ada Aspen Wave. That we can smash as well. And out of curiosity, let's go see how stage 8 plays out. This is the one with Carrie. And let's see how much damage we're doing and who's our biggest damage healer here. Because we've got Giant Killer Alamak, Giant Killer Natalie, and Giant Killer Patricia. We have energy feed from 2 Demon Bells here. The only problem is the Carrie, but she is going to get melted because we have Drake, who can stick defense down on. So it all comes down to our great damage pressure here. A little bit of dodge there from Patricia, which is very helpful. And Patricia poking out here. Good damage, really nice. Excellent stuff. Olivia with the shrink, that's going to help us. Even more damage, Carrie's dead. Well done, Patricia. Now we just need to be looking at killing that Tara here. Pokes come out, and that's insane. 1 billion damage. Bonkers stuff. 905 of which came from Patricia. Yo, she melted them. Right, let's go with the Russell and the Drake. Let's see how that one plays out. That's bonkers. You'd think the other giant killers would be able to compete. At least, you know, keep up with damage. But no, not even. Patricia's just clearly a damage unit. Doing amazing stuff against the bosses here. Here we've got ourselves defense down on both of these guys. That's fantastic because the damage is spread out between the 2 of them. So the fact they both have defense down is really cool. It's prioritizing Drake here because he's shrunk. He's going to take the most damage. Patricia has full energy, so she's going to burst out even more. Poking down on the Russell. Yo, and you see Russell just getting nerked. Nerked isn't even a word. Nuked. That's what I meant to say. Either way, wow. Just dominating both of the copies there. Annihilated really, really easily. And the damage numbers from Natalia were still pretty good, but Patricia did most of the heavy lifting. Either way, that was bonkers. And you said stage 10 still going to be rough. Yeah, stage 10 is going to be questionable at best. So we'll go ahead and claim all these rewards. Gets all that stuff through. And let's go to Elena now. The reason we did that was to try and get her with a nice stone. So let's see if we can upgrade this. It's not going to be amazing. We're just going to be getting a celestial stone, really. And that's crit attack. That's not amazing. Let's upgrade again. Can we get like a nice one? Speed attack? I think we just stay with that. 105 with a bit of attack on speed. That'll do. Right. What we want to go ahead and do now is the Tower of Oblivion, as we have a little team here for this. And this is going to be our first time going into Depth 16. We're doing this before going into the Void Vortex, just in case this gives us any bonuses. Now, this is different from our previous tower experiences. Things are a lot harder. We have destiny levels on the enemies. So what we previously experienced, where everything was super easy, is probably not going to be so much the case anymore. Either way, we'll send in the team we were using, which was Patricia, Natalia, and then Aylamak with our up heroes. This time it's Ada, Horus, and Amun-Ra. Let's go see how this plays out. So, we got a stun there on our Nakia, and you said, where's the awakened copy for Elena? I'm probably just gonna wait for a nice Gala to get a good Elena copy. I was looking in the auction house. There's nothing amazing jumping out to me that I really want to be grabbing, so I'm just going to leave it. And if we look at these fights here, we're still doing amazingly well. The Golden Crown's holding up here defensively. We've got great damage coming from our team. Even though we've got some crowd control on the Valkyries, we're not taking much damage. We're tanking the hits. Great active skills from everyone on the lineup. And we should finish off here with Patricia. That is an amazing hit. And Aylamak actually doing the most damage of anyone in that fight. Phenomenal. So we've got pennies now. These are going to be an issue. Penny is going to be a huge problem. So if you take a little look, we're probably going to get ruined by the reflect here. The stun there is nice. Stun again is nice. But again, that reflect is going to suck. Aylamak, oh my word, somehow managed to be alive there. This is crazy. Okay, and Morax smacking into the Patricia. She's tanking the hits. That's good, that's good. And the crowd control on the pennies means we are going to somewhat live here. Natalia nuking the pennies. It's a slower fight, but it looks absolutely winnable. And I think it is. There you go. There's the kill. Phenomenally done. Patricia game-ending herself there. Unfortunately off the reflect from the penny, but that's still enough to get the win. Fantastic. Our giant killer's putting in huge work here, so let's go ahead and skip through. And I think Depth 16, at least these first few stages, is going to be fine. The nightmare stuff, though, that's going to be a very different story. 6 Taras, how does that play out? Still a win. This weird, disgusting, horrid wave, it's a defeat. Oh, I'm going to try a couple times. Finally a victory. Okay, that's not a nasty wave. That was a very nasty wave. Not nice at all. Here's another nasty one. We still win. Double ticks, double Olivia. More Sherlock waves. Oh my goodness gracious me. Why are there so many Sherlocks? Horrendous. Double Russell, double Eos. Dead. Go here. Another easy win. Fantastic victories flying out here. Triple Morax. Still a win. This last one, that's horrendous again. Olivia ticks Sherlock. Can we win it first time? Yes, we can. Okay, Nightmare waves. This is where stuff gets real wonky. We've got Swordflash, Azrael, double Saja, double Natasha. And to make things even worse, they are Destiny level 2. Yikes. So, folks, wish us the best of luck. This is going to be a toughie. Okay, we got a stun there on the Azrael. Swordflash, instant killing one of our lower HPs. Expected, but still unfortunate. I think I'm using the wrong lineup here. This looks like one of my PvP teams. It is. Whoops. Didn't mean to send in that preset. Either way, we still got the win here. That's not what I wanted to see. Let's put in the correct preset lineup, please. Tower. There we go. Amazing. Just forget that happened. It's fine. I just didn't get as many hard rocks. What a shame. Either way, it's nice to know our PvP lineup does the work. The Ignis and the Waldeck and the carry. Okay, we got some Doom Terminator Vulcans here. Fortunately, they don't gain the benefits of sublimation or imprint, so these guys aren't going to be as problematic as Vulcan has a reputation for being. There's still a chance he could be nasty, but with enough damage pressure, we should be okay. Looking at Natalia and Aylamak doing big things here. Patricia, not got an active yet. Ooh, Forkis has marked us. That might be an issue. The double stun on the Vulcans is fine. Great stuff from Aylamak. And I'm just looking. Here comes Patricia. Not getting a stun on anyone. Natalie doing good damage. That's how this team really functions, isn't it? It's just counter damage, poke hits. Shame we got the stun on Patricia there. That's really unlucky. But Aylamak still gets an active. That's nice. He's really tanking up here. The Golden Crown putting in great work. Didn't even have to use a laner here. Mainly because I wanted to prioritize putting in up heroes and using our main heroes that are already A tier. There would be no reason to run a laner in this lineup. But we will be using her in a second when we go into the Void Vortex, which will be very, very fun. Good damage coming in there. Amazing stuns coming from Patricia. Now we just need to get an active skill to finish them all off. They're very low HP. It's going to probably be Patricia coming out here. There it is. Massive damage. And the win is ours. Clean. Nightmare 3. Let's send it in. Demon Outburst. Get rid of that. And we'll go ahead and put our preset lineup in for the tower. Swing in one more time. Here we are, folks. There you go. We got some shields coming in there for Ailamak every time we block. So the swipe's looking good. The taunt there on that guy at the front line. That Asmodel the Dauntless. Any stuns going to come out here from Ailamak? Nope. Those Andreas not getting affected. Patricia not doing much here. But now she should do. And she will get some stuns probably in the next round when she does an active skill. Either way, we've got a stun there on the Asmodel in slot 2. Stun on the Ignis in slot 3. Patricia with full energy. Hoping to see a good active skill coming out here. Andrea is stunned as well. Here comes Patricia doing a smack there. Now she's got her chases. So every time someone gets hit, you'll see Patricia comes and counters them for some pretty decent damage. Yep, poking into that Asmodel there. Poking into the Fiona. And it's all starting to happen now. Hitting the Andrea. There you go. Stuns coming out there from Patricia. Active skill from Ailamak killing the Asmodel. Lots of energy there on Patricia now that she feeds herself when the enemies die. Should be seeing a huge active skill from Patricia here. If we're lucky. The chase is coming in, lowering the opponents, and the active skill should clean it up. There you go. Amazing damage. And they're all dead. Phenomenal. Next fight. Nightmare 2. We're not allowed to use the full lineup. So we'll just go ahead and put in our up heroes primarily, which is going to be Horus and Amun-Ra and Ada. Then we'll run Patricia, we'll run Ailamak. So we're not even running Natalia in this one, which is going to be a little awkward. I'll run Ailamak's core. Let's send it. Okay, little less tanky here, but I think even without Natalia, we should be okay. The Morax is going to focus the backline, but we've got both of these to share the damage because they're both here on the backline intentionally. Garuda's actives might be a problem. Hopefully we can block them. We need a lot of damage reduction here. That's what Auspicious Lucky Cat can hopefully do for us as it ramps up there on the Patricia. Oh, big damage there. Ailamak's health real low. We tanked the Garuda active. We've got a second one. We're tanking still. And the Moraxes, they're hitting us. The shields are doing the work, though. More stuns coming out there from Ailamak. We've got another load of hits there. Shields coming in. Ailamak's very low. But there we go. Now we get our turn. Active skills coming out. Huge damage. Already killing one of the Garudas. Ailamak is dead. It's down to Patricia now to solo this entire thing. Stun there on the Morax, killing him. Stun there on the Halora, and she's taunted too. Looks like Patricia's going to get an active. Huge damage coming out. Wipes the wave. Very clean. And the final fight here, Nightmare 1. Let's send it. Remove that Demon's Curse from there. And we've got ourselves even a Geista in this one. Star Alchemist Holmes Young. We'll use our preset lineup. Let's go take these down. So, losing that backline immediately to that smack there. Not great. Stunned and horrified there for the team. This is real bad. Thankfully, though, no more heroes are going to die, so no more horrified for our team. We are getting hit by the opponents, which is feeding us energy, so hopefully Patricia still gets an attack here. We'll have to see. Will she do an active? There's Vulcan's active. Didn't really do much. I'm looking at Patricia. It's now round 2, so there we go. She finally gets to move. Okay, Natalia's still getting an active too, because the Horrify not stopping us. That's good. Horrify only preventing you from attacking if you don't have full energy. And looking at this fight, we're still fine. That stun there on the Ailamak is holding out, but Patricia's doing a lot of poke damage. We need to beat this by round 6, I believe, though, still. So we've got to get some huge damage. Thankfully, though, Patricia should ramp up and do a massive amount of damage here. You can see it coming out there. The whole team's nearly dead. Natalia doing a massive hit there. They're all low health. So one big Patricia active, and they're all going to die. Come on. That's what I want to see. I'm watching it. Is she coming? Is she coming? There's the Vulcan active. Oh, she's poking. She's not killing, but she's poking. Nearly killing the Urania. There's her hit. Amazing. And that's them all dead. Folks, that is a depth 16 clear. A little more difficult than the other depth clears we've done before, but still absolutely fantastic. Cannot wait for depth 17. You can see now it is starting to get harder. So finally, we're seeing a challenge. Either way, we're going to go ahead and build ourselves a lineup now for the Void Vortex. Let's do it. So for our deployment, we're going to be running our usual 3 with Elena. That's a pretty solid lineup already. Got to make sure the order is good, so I'm going to put Aylamak and Natalia at the front. Patricia, honestly, can go at the back. Doesn't really matter where she hangs out. Then we've got Elena. I'll put her at slot 6, Patricia slot 5. And now our 2 other supports are what's really going to matter here. So I'm thinking we just go with death supports because they'll be good for Patricia. Waldeck makes sense, and Ignis makes sense if I can find our 10-star. There we go. And they should do a lot of the work. Now, for Patricia, we can already make her control immune with Auspicious Lucky Cat. So I'm probably wanting to put Ignis with Natalia. Doesn't matter, actually, if Aylamak gets control immunity. His presence is good enough. And the Waldeck dying, now that's what we really want to see. For this, I am going to have to activate a core. We'll probably go with Aylamak's core because he will taunt opponents, which will be very helpful. We'll stay with Phoenix, mainly because just kind of haven't upgraded Lion yet. And I think that core team is going to perform really well. Now, for the survival, we'll go with Lucky Cat, as always, on Patricia. We'll make sure she's control immune, and I am going to give her Unbending Will. I think that might be the right play here, just in case things get bad. That, or we can be greedy and go with Banner Strike. I'm not sure, but we do want to be running probably Mark Purify, as that's going to protect us against anything nasty that could ruin us. And we'll go with the same thing on everybody else here. So if we look at Natalia, I'm going to give her Mark Purify as well. And then we'll do the same for Aylamak too. If we just move to him, switch his skills, Mark Purify. And the reason I'm doing this is because we have Elena who can remove CC. Now, the Demon Bell here that's on Elena, I'm actually going to go and put that onto Natalia. That makes the most sense. And if that's the case, I'm actually going to swap the Aylamak over to the front line so he can tank a bit better. So we'll keep him with the crown. We'll go with Demon Bell Natalia for that energy feed, and the crown that we have, that's going to get placed onto Elena now, which makes her more defensive, which is great. So we'll save that up, and now we need just probably a Demon Bell onto Ignis so that she's a little tankier, and in the case of this Waldeck, I'm just going to give him a flag so it's more likely that he dies. And I think that is going to be the lineup to win us the fight. So folks, what we have is damage reduction, block, and control immunity on our main heroes, with skill damage, block, control immunity on our Patricia. She's Destiny 3. Let's see what this does to the Void Vortex. So we're going to start things without Transcendence protection, and let's see what these debuffs do. Reduces the attack of all your heroes, reduces the HP of all your heroes, and when a round ends, each of your heroes has a 100% chance to be petrified. That is not very nice, so we'll go with our preset lineup here. And hopefully, that's going to do pretty well. Right, we're starting off pretty good. We've got ourselves kills there. Active skill coming from Aylamak is already doing a ton of damage. And, oh my goodness me. This is looking insane. We are just not struggling in the slightest. I mean, I'm not surprised. We haven't pushed this, really. But we just annihilated that. We didn't need anything. It seems that the treasure train alone is really keeping us alive. We've got Aylamak for the defense. And already, just our active skills and Giant Killer are absolutely dominating this. So yeah, no problem, no struggle at all. In fact, we probably could have beaten this sooner, to be fair. I totally underestimated the power of our team. Look at that, beautiful. Crazy stuff. Patricia poking out, and that should be a nice win for us. Is Patricia doing the most damage, or is it Aylamak? Natalie is crazy. All 3 of them Giant Killer working beautifully together. So what we'll do, we'll just keep skipping, and I think... Are we going to absolutely crush Dominator? We haven't reset any of these planets. We've got Transcendence protection on this one. Yeah, we are killing every single fight. So we're going to Fort 108 here, and that's going to be Dominator Area 6. Annihilated. And that's amazing for the team. Dominator Area 5. Is it going to be more of the same? I think so. That's a good win. And then we move on to Fort 115. We're going to crush this too. I think we will. Really nice. And because all 3 of them are Giant Killer and all 3 of them are solid damage dealers, they are helping us massively. Right, Dominator Area 4. More of the same, I hope. Let's see if we can get these wins. We haven't got a single loss yet against these Void Vortex waves, which is really great to see. There you go, another victory coming through there. We've got Gulf here, fighting against a lot of Transcendence heroes. Even with Halora, it's a win. Normally, Halora is traditionally a problem, because one of the strategies here is to crowd control the opponents with Jara, and then just stall them out, or with a Betty, for example. But we don't even need that, and we can just do so much damage that we are crushing these guys. Next fight here, we have Forest Protection, so that's doing nothing for us. But we're still going to crush. We absolutely do. And there's another win. Moving to our final fight here at Zane 112. We've got Delasiums in here. That's a weird lineup. And let's smack it, see if we get the win. We sure do. And a ton of damage for our team. So that's it. Dominator Area 4 is beaten. So now we're on to Dominator Area 3. The buffs at this point reduce our all damage dealt. That doesn't matter because the Lucky Cat will cancel that out if that ever becomes a problem because it returns our all damage dealt. So we'll go ahead and smack. And this is super easy. And you said, Everake, this is no surprise. You've got a quarter of my trainer. You don't struggle against Dominator? Yeah, it's pretty cool. We're doing really well. We've got a really defensive team as well, so a lot of our survivability is really easy, and then we just ramp up damage and kill them if that was ever an issue. So let's watch this fight, for example. We have Transcendence protection, so this is going to give us maximum survival. Let's see. Is it damage? Already is insane. Look at that. Patricia getting a stun on the Sword Flash. Because we are outspeeding them. That's really nice. And you can see we're already putting out a ton of pressure. There's Natalia doing a ton of damage to the opponents. We've got Ailamak with an active, shredding them to pieces. And then Patricia's going to come back with an active because of the energy feed that she has inbuilt. And that's going to nuke it. The fact she can feed herself energy, it's so strong. She's up there with Lord of Fear Aspen in that ability. Like, I love heroes that feed themselves energy. It makes them very, very good at being self-sufficient on a good team. Vulcan can do it too, actually, which is really cool. Now, the thing is, Lord of Fear Aspen and Vulcan do have substantially better abilities than Patricia when it comes to damage dealing, obviously. But Patricia has a lot of defense, which is really, really clean. So if you were looking for a hero, I would still recommend Vulcan or Aspen as the big choices. But Patricia, she's pretty fun. And he said, is Patricia a good Sword Flash counter? SSM struggles against her. Well, the thing is, Patricia can counterattack. Any hero that can counterattack does well against Sword Flash. But that too, Mockman can counterattack. So you can build a defensive Mockman to potentially do well against a Sword Flash. But no, you just got to watch out. Sword Flashes can be a pain in the bum just in general. The main way to counter a Sword Flash is have a hero faster than the Sword Flash. So if you can, running a Halora, a Freya, or any support hero, even a Natalia, just someone who can do an active skill before your main damage dealer, that will remove the dodge chance from a Sword Flash, giving your damage dealer free reign to go and attack. Now, we're already looking really clean here. We're on Dominator Area 2, and we are annihilating these opponents. You can see these fights are going really well. Not really struggling there. That's an initial active coming out there, doing a ton of damage. It might have even just been a basic attack. I wasn't too sure, but it looked like something strong. Either way, we've got Dazzle there on Elena, Dazzle there on Waldeck. That's going to do nothing. We stun that Garuda. Great damage coming out here from the team. Silence across the board. That's no issue. Russell's in the air. We might even be able to take him out of it before he does an attack. No, we take the hit. That triggers Unbending Wheel there on our Elena. She has defense down. They're poking into our Ignis. Ignis isn't even dead yet. Now she is thanks to the Garuda active, but we tanked it on everybody else. Patricia poking out, getting the kill on the Russell. We're left now with Sherlock and with Garuda, but I'm pretty sure with one clean active, it's going to be game over. Patricia gaining energy, popping out, killing the Garuda. Very nice. Next fight, Elon 211. Still no Transcendence protection. Let's see what happens. We send in active, hitting that Drake, killing him before he got to move. That's fantastic. If Drake had done an action, he would have had the ability to dodge. So the fact we killed him was really good there. That gave Patricia full energy, which means she gets to pop off again, which is really nice to see. So let's see if she can do that. Here we go. Active coming out there, getting a kill. Really, oh my goodness, this damage pressure is fantastic. Okay, Garuda did an active, didn't do much, and then we win. That was really fast. Fort 101, let's send it in. See if we get this Dominator clear without losing a single fight. There you go. That's going to be hits there. We've stunned two of the heroes, one of which is Halora, actually. Another stun there onto the Eos. That's three of the heroes stunned. And the heroes left are Sword Flash, Asmodel, and Starkham's Home Jung. Now, Sword Flash is going to get distracted by our lowest HP heroes. So that means our main heroes get free reign to attack. We've got Patricia there with an active skill all charged up. Let's see how much damage she's going to do. Oh, she got energy stolen by the wave. That's not so good. So she hasn't got quite the pressure I'm looking for here. That said, though, with a few hits there from the opponents, we'll have way more than enough energy. I think Patricia is going to pop as we go into round 3. So let's see this here. There she goes. Big active skill. Okay, Vesa hitting us. Silence there on our Ailamak. Silence on Patricia, but it doesn't matter. We get the win. Super clean. Let's send it now. Ozil 111. Can we kill it? I think we will. So we start off Patricia hitting out there. pretty good damage coming in. Poking into that Asmodel. And I'm hoping Patricia gets a good active skill here in the next round. Either way, Natalia doing a lot of damage there. Ooh, Vesa getting a heal. That's unfortunate. Taking some silence there on our team. Big hits there, killing the Ignis. That's energy feeding. It's Patricia. She's ready to pop. She's going to do a ton here. Come on. Natalia's already gone. Save something for Patricia. There's the carry dead. Now we just got to go and deal with that Vesa. We do. Huge damage, and Natalia did the most. That's fair. And there we go. That's Dominator Area 1 that we've now unlocked. Still, no need to use any protection whatsoever. So let's go see if we can beat this. And then I'm curious how Overseer is going to go. Now, I don't think Overseer is going to be very easy at all. I think we probably need something like a Betty to continuously crowd control Overseer. But that said, anything's possible these days. There's been a minimal clear where a Betty has pretty much soloed Overseer, which is ridiculous. And, yeah, it just makes a joke of it, really. Betty is such a broken hero. Either way, there we go. Annihilating this team. That Sasha, she's trying. She couldn't even kill our lower HP hero there. An Ignis who was turned into a dove. Ridiculous. Next fight, we got light protection. That, again, does nothing for our team. Well, let's see. Can we still melt them? We got some Transcendence heroes here. It's Gloria and Holmes Young as well. No sign of anyone like Halora to ping us or anything, so we should be fine here. That Aspen is going to hit our Natalia. That's not going to matter there. Horrify not doing too much. We've got energy on our team, so we should be fine. Can Patricia do a nice juicy active? Well, Ailamak gets one off. That's really good. There's Patricia's active, killing 3 of the enemy heroes. And Jara's dead. The counter's coming in there. Huge damage to Gloria. Really clean. And that's right, Renville. Triple Giant Killer stonks. There's nothing this Dominator is going to do to stop us. Absolutely nuts. And what support does Betty need to clear Overseer? Just good energy feed. So that she's able to just keep the enemies CC'd. That's our main win condition. Elusive Mirror does that too, though, to be fair. Because that feeds her energy, triggering her at the start of the round. So I'd run an Elusive Mirror Betty if you can. And obviously you can fill her out with additional heroes on your lineup. Anything else that brings CC, Lord of Fear Aspen, Holmes Young, just the normal one to dove opponents. Anything that adds control to the fight makes the clear easy. Just as long as the enemies never break free, you don't have to worry. Now here we go, Patricia, she's got energy, she's got an active. Let's see how much damage this does, if she even gets a chance to. Nope, Natalia and Ailamak took the glory. Here we go, Kier 103, Forest Protection, not going to do anything. So let's send it. And Rebel saying you love the synergy between IHP, HHA, and DGN. Yeah, it's mad that they release a hero where all her tenants are synergistic with her. Because Ailamak, a poke hero, counterattacks with the stun. IHP, poke hero, counterattacks with the stun, both buffing defenses, one giving shields, one buffing your raw defense stats, one improving your control immunity. It's so good. And then you've got Natalia, who again counterattacks and pokes. She's buffing your damage, and she's removing or changing around debuffs, which is fantastic. And more importantly, she's healing and giving shields, so she's just keeping the fight going. And now we've got a laner in here too. That's more heals. We get dodge as an additional ability that we can enjoy. And that's not even that counter synergistic with Patricia, because Patricia needs anyone on your team to get hit. So even if Patricia has a good dodge rate, she stays alive. Meanwhile, someone on your team is probably going to get hit, which then means it's still going to trigger Patricia's counter. So yeah, it's great fun. Really, really nice. Amazing damage pokes coming out there. And that is another win. So we're looking here at Gulf 113. And I'm pretty sure that's GG at this point. These opponents aren't going to do anything to stop us. Doesn't matter if we've got no protection. This is 2 carries. That's probably the worst thing we could expect here. Carries are annoying for energy steal. But the other thing is we've got so much counter that even just getting hit, we're putting out damage. And that Waldeck dying, that's going to give us Blood Frenzy. That gives us healing and damage buffs. So that's great. Also, whenever a hero dies, Patricia gets buffed as well. So that's fantastic. She's getting some heals. She's like Garuda in that sense. And the damage pressure is amazing. Those shields constantly feeding in from the Ailamak. The only problem with this kind of lineup is that you do want to be running a good treasure train, because not having Ailamak in a house, because you've got to run him as a tenant, it is detrimental to his ability to give you shields. So you do need a treasure train to counter that, to maximize the survivability of your lineup. Either way, fantastic damage numbers coming through there, dominating the Dominator, and that gets us to Overseer level 6. Now, let's get a win here against Overseer. I'm not going to put any buffs in. Overseer is significantly more difficult. But let's see how this plays out. You said just have 2 Alamacs. It is a bold thing to have a Tree of Origin 5 Alamac to be a tenant and a Tree of Origin 5 Alamac in a house. It's a lot to ask for. I don't think it's that optimal in the slightest. I'm thinking about early game strats, Heisenberg, and I know you're trolling there in chat. I know you're just saying it for the memes. But yeah, let's see how this damage comes out here. We're doing okay, actually. This is a much longer fight, right? You're in a situation where the enemies have substantially more HP. And I think we're going to need a slightly different strategy to beat this. Like, the fact that we've allowed Waldeck to live that long is kind of cool. We've got the ramp up coming in, which is helping. And we're in a situation where that Vulcan active is crashing into shields, doing nothing. Okay, Ignis is dead, but what does that mean? It just means Natalia becomes control immune, gains energy for another active. We block that Garuda active there. Unbending will trigger on Elena. It's not going to matter. Patricia and Alamac with full energy here, coming to smack out. Patricia's going to pop off. There it is. That kills the enemy team. That is Overseer, level 6, with no protection. This is it with Transcendence protection. Oh my goodness gracious. Do you think we can get an Overseer clear here with Patricia? Because she's got control effects. Alamac's got control effects. Because I remember when Overseer came out, I even struggled with an Asmodel the Dauntless, who was like on a full lineup. That guy was an S tier. What the heck is going to happen here? Is Patricia just going to cook? Maybe. I mean, look at that. We're getting victories across the board. That is Overseer level 6. You think we can clear up to Overseer 4? The thing is I'm scared of is those Destiny enhancements. It will get a lot harder. You're absolutely right. Because Divine Power is going to shift. Either way, Overseer 6, beaten. Overseer 5. Are we going to get some defeats here? You're right, it will scale very quickly. So we get a hit here. Alrighty. Okay. That's a defeat. That's without Transcendence protection. Do any of these planets have T protection? It doesn't look like they do. So already we're off to a bad start. This wave does have Garuda double carry. That's not fun. This one has double carry, double Azrael. This is double carry, double Ada. This is no carry, so it's probably a nicer time, although it does have some Transcendence heroes, but they always do, don't they? Let's get Transcendence protection. Let's just see how this plays out. So are we going to die to this? Let's see. We've already lost Waldeck. Taunt there on the Amun-Ra. Okay, Natalia doing damage there. Alamac coming out. And you can see at this point, yeah, we are struggling. The enemies have a lot more HP. These fights are going to be substantially longer. Already our Elena sadly triggering Unbending Will there. Not ideal. So really, we're in a position where it would be nice to have a Betty to help us get this Overseer clear, just to give us more consistent crowd control, because we don't really have it from this lineup. We need to feed ourselves energy, but that's even going to be hard here too. And we're tanking some hits, though. It's not the worst. We are able to tank through this, and the longer the fight goes on, the more Lucky Cat hits we get, and also the more ramp-up buffs we're going to get for Patricia, so she's more likely to stun opponents. She's more likely to eventually trigger her damage, because, of course, she gets those interstellar chases, which eventually, when she's done enough of them, will trigger her to hurt the opponents for some pretty big armor-ignoring damage as well. But, yeah, this is looking like we're getting melted a bit here. Patricia's trying. That EO's doing a lot of damage pressure. Damage over time gets the better of us. And we are cooked. So yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to beat this. We're just going to be wasting gems and things to try and grind through this. I don't really want to. And all we're going to do is beat Overseer 5, only to struggle against Overseer 4. So yeah, things ramped up a bit more than we expected for sure. And I think we need things like Mystic Fairy Freya to improve our defenses, Betty to give us some extra crowd control, the usual stuff to help with Overseer. Might be worth getting full energy feed with some Demon Bells and then throwing in a HKxJUMP to dove opponents. That could be another thing we can additionally add. There's a lot of options available to us, I think. In fact, I think that actually might just beat them if I do get some HKxJUMPs in here to help. So we'll sit on that idea for now. I don't imagine we're going to be fighting that Vortex anytime soon, but we did manage to beat Dominator, which is massively going to improve our income of crystals and stellar shards. And we did get ourselves an Elena, which is going to be a great new addition to the account, and she's going to protect us from crowd control, whilst also buffing our control immunity overall. So yeah, fun hero. Hopefully we can get some Tree of Origin improvements on her soon. Just need to get some more promotion stones to build some more 10 stars. Either way, folks, that's all from the Turbo series today. I hope you've had fun. Hit that subscribe button to catch more of this in the future, and next time we're probably going to go push some more Void campaign now that we've got Elena on the account. So if you want to see that stuff, go ahead and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one, and don't forget to join us for the subathon, which is happening live now at twitch.tv/MKxJUMP. I'll see you next time. Thank you for tuning in, and of course, have an amazing week, and happy idling.